Love it or hate it, ZUN has a very distinct art style that he uses in his games, but have any of you wondered if there is more Toho art by ZUN outside of the games? Well, there is, and that is what this video is about. All the art I will be showing you in this video comes from the Toho wiki under a page titled Miscellaneous Illustrations by ZUN. The art shown here are illustrations that ZUN has posted on the internet over the years, and this page is basically archiving that art. There is a link in the description to the site if any of you want to check it out. Now most of the art here is just different illustrations of Reimu and Maritza, but there are a few other Toho characters as well as characters who have never even appeared in any other official Toho media. The first image we have is one of Reimu. While it seems basic at first, there are actually a couple interesting things about this image. First, that she appears to be smoking tobacco, which is something that we have never seen Reimu do before. And second, this is from the year 2000, which is 2 years before the embodiment of Scarlet Devil came out, and 2 years after Mystic Square. So the Reimu in this image comes from a time between PC98 Toho and Windows Toho. Another little thing, 2000 is the year that Shusho Gyoku came out, which is a game that ZUN helped work on, and Reimu even appears in the game, and she even looks very similar to how she looks in this image. The second image is another one of Reimu, but there isn't really anything special about this, other than that she's in an outfit that I don't believe we have ever seen her in before. Next up is our first image of Maritza, though there isn't really anything special about it. Here's another image of Maritza. This is the first image we have that was made in 2001, though again there isn't really anything special about this other than that she looks a bit more mature than usual. Another image of Reimu with a different outfit in a night's background. Now we are finally on to some of the more interesting stuff with the first character who have never appeared in any official Toho media. The first one we have is an unnamed blonde shrine maiden. According to the notes on the illustration from ZUN, he says this was supposed to be a new character, a mysterious blonde shrine maiden, but ended up looking more like Maritza cosplaying as one. Here's another random shrine maiden, and another random shrine maiden, and another one. Although this one says that ZUN tried making her look more mature, but she ended up looking like a young girl. I guess no matter how hard ZUN tries, he can only draw lollies. Now finally, an illustration that isn't a shrine maiden, and it's a maid. The notes are pretty interesting for this one. ZUN says that he had an image of a maid calling hello from within the confines of a dark room, and that in this illustration you can't tell what time period it is in, which I guess is similar to ZUN himself. Now here's an image of a girl. It doesn't say what her occupation is, but the note from ZUN says, Team Shanghai Alex, Hakurei Shrine. Even after 20,000 times, you are always welcomed. Now we're back to illustrations of named characters, starting off with this one, a Shiro note, saying, Congratulations on 30,000 hits. I don't know what 30,000 hits is referring to, maybe sold copies of USD, but if anyone knows what it's referring to, then please tell me in the comments. Now here's an image of Reimu sitting in a chair. According to ZUN, this illustration is bad luck and made his arms and legs feel numb after completing it. Here's an image of Maritza, and apparently the previous 30,000 hits have grown to 100,000, or more accurately, 200,000 according to ZUN's notes. Another image of Reimu with no notes from ZUN. And now we have something very interesting. Some of you may recognize this illustration from the cover of Dolls in Pseudo Paradise, but apparently this is the girl's first appearance. The Japanese text says, Team Shanghai Alex, and the text on the bottom says, whenever it rotates, the pattern is changing like a kaleidoscope, whatever that means. Now here's another image of Reimu, and it seems like whatever it's now at 500,000 hits. And another image of Reimu with 1 million hits. There seems to be one of Yukari's scats with her, even with a couple of hands sticking out of it, but there is no date connected to this image, so I don't know if this was made before or after Perfect Cherry Blossom. Here's Maritza with a red hue, and now we're at 2 million hits, or accents as the text on the illustration says. Now we have Sakuya with 3 million hits, and our last hit related image with Reimu at 4 million hits. Now we have some lovely sketches from ZUN, with the first one being Yomu sitting on some sort of rock. Here's Reimu eating some onigiri. Judging by the broom, perhaps she is on a break from sweeping the shrine. Here's Maritza with the book, sitting on a weird chair with talismans on it, and some sort of flower lamp, and some roots or vines holding a plate. Looks like a smaller version of the flower lamp returns in its next image, where Reimu fell asleep at a table and Maritza coming down the stairs with some books. The table and all the books makes me think this takes place in the Scarlet Devil Mansion's library, but the flower lamp, it's making me think this could be in Maritza's house. This next image of Reimu is very colorful. It kind of reminds me of the cars from Unconnected Marketers. In the final sketch, it's a peaceful one of Reimu standing in some sort of flower field. Now here's an illustration that looks somewhat similar to the infamous poster girl, but her outfit is a bit different. Here's a girl playing Go, and here are some illustrations that are from Tumblr. I'm just going to skip over them since I don't really have anything to say about them. Now here are some more random sketches of Sunny, Maritza, another Maritza, and another Maritza. Now here's a comic. The comic says, "Spring has fully sprung. Yeah, a tip-top spring. The season for Damaku viewing will come soon. Don't leave the door open. Shut the door. It's cold. Dog?" Now for whatever reason, the character portraits from the trial version of Perfect Cherry Blossom are here. And now we have this group of images that the infamous poster girl is from. I do have some stuff I want to say about her, but I'm going to save it for another video. I'm not going to go over all the images. While they are nice, most of them are just Reimu and Maritza, though it is interesting that the top 4 seem to be focused on PC98 Toho. Now here's an image of Reimu and a sketch of Maribel, and here are some illustrations of Birko. In case you don't know who Birko is, she is a character created by ZUN for the Akihabara Beer Fair, and she has no relation to Toho. And lastly, we have these Omi Kuji featuring Reimu, Sakuya, Yomu, Maritza, and June. And that's all the miscellaneous illustrations from ZUN, at least the ones shown on this page. I'm sorry if I didn't say much about the images. While a lot of them are interesting, there really isn't much to say about most of them. I do hope you enjoy taking a look at these images, and the pages they are from is linked in the description if you want to look at them for yourself. Anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.